especially as a youth officer, you started. So what other way to inspire the youth here in the role? That you started as youth officer and now you're inspiring other youth. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I would like to give our floor to our amazing, young, talented Srinjoy Bhattacharya, who is filmmaker for 2017 PSDFF, top winner 14 to 18 age category. And he would tell us that why he became involved and how his film club put it together. So floor is yours, Srinjoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the lovely introduction. And I just want to start off by saying I was thrilled and honored when the Peacemaker Corps called me here to talk about modern technology, peace, and society in the future. And as a millennial, I'm instead going to talk about myself in the present. So, as she said, my name is Srinjoy Bhattacharya, and I consider myself an amateur filmmaker. I founded the Ridgewood High School Film Club, which is the official filmmaking organization of our school. And my affiliation with the Peacemaker Corps goes back to November last year, when we applied for their film festival with our film Peace in Pieces, as you saw. And I'm 17, and I'm not some kind of expert revolutionary. So the closest I've come to creating any kind of change with is with my films. I know most of you aren't aware of my work, and trust me guys, you don't know what you're missing out on. So I started my journey on this path at the age of 13, back in Australia, when I directed a short film for the Red Cross Foundation called Sharing Ain't Caring. It was about cyberbullying. Back then, in Australia, this kind of stuff, activism through film, was just beginning to surface. So I had no idea how big the film or the issue was, and for me it was just a fun experience. But after the film was done, the response we got was just really humbling. And that's when I realized how powerful digital media is. 3 years later, our club applied for the Peace in the Streets Festival with a film where 3 guys, as you just saw there, just facing the camera confronting their haters. The response again was remarkable, and we were reassured of the power of this film medium when we received a letter from the New Jersey Senate honoring us.
Oh.
So I just want to say that both films mentioned were done on an exponentially high budget of $0. They were filmed with one camera and had maximum 4 to 5 people working on them, so we weren't some kind of big studio who was... That just proves that if you have a socially relevant message you want to convey, all you gotta do is face the issues head on, pick up a camera, and just tell your story. My point is, it's that easy to make a difference in this day and age. There are countless film festivals such as this one who are just waiting to receive good quality content from young people. And thanks to the internet, we have various platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. So now I can talk more about how technology is a vehicle for change and how everyone should use it to their advantage, but that is blatantly obvious in the year 2018. Instead, I want to ask one simple question. Are we doing it right? Well, according to me, society has lost track of where we are going with this kind of change. Unfortunately, people are now abusing social media to serve their own agendas, and world leaders are picking fights on Twitter, guys.
Yeah.
There's a wide variety of open hate speech. Anyone who has read a YouTube comment will agree with me. So, the worst of all is the way we are choosing to combat the problem, with an overdose of political correctness. So, today, even a light-hearted post or a seemingly harmless joke can be misconstrued, misconstrued easily, and termed racist, sexist, and a whole variety of other labels. And that concerns me in particular because I'm a filmmaker and I now have to be extra careful of every single line of dialogue to make sure I'm not offending anyone, which is honestly sad. I often even revisit older movies and just end up thinking more than half the time that this wouldn't pass today because a bunch of people just would end up getting offended. Even my own films have faced difficulty for the same reasons, be it language, be it something I said, just, it's a mess. So I'm an artist, but I look at things rationally. I also want peace, I also want harmony, I also want people to love each other, but in order for us to achieve that, we must be united. And I believe that the solution is to lighten up. As long as people are divided on the basis of online bickering, fights, moral policing, the internet will be nothing short of a hellhole. Coming back to how modern technology is a vehicle for change, it can definitely be a way forward. All we need to do is redirect our attention to the main goal, a society where people are free to express their views. And even if we may not agree, they're still respected. This change to a more rational attitude has to start with us. Our generation, guys, is on the spot right now. And now it's up to you and me to decide where we're going to take this, how we're going to go forward. Are we going to keep getting distracted by these small issues, small comments, small diversions created? Or are we going to combat these head on? Combat the people who are abusing social media to manipulate us from losing sight of our goal as global citizens. The decision, guys, is yours to take.
Thank you so much.